Remember our word families, right? We have tap, nap, and zap. Melody, what's the first sound in tap? T. Okay, you girls, put T down. Quietly. Okay, what's the next sound in tap? Patience. Ta. A. Ah. Very good. Now make sure you're not writing capital letters. Go wash your hands. All right. And what's the last sound in tap? Macy. P. Good. Tap. There you go. Whoa, you're not talking to him. You guys have to be quiet. I am working with the kids right now that work with Miss Nikita.
Mr. K?
What?
So can I please sharpen my paper?
You know what? Do you have something in there sharp enough for now?
But you the red one.
Because I don't have time, because you need to follow along with us right now. Okay, Lucy, you're done. Go sit down. All right, next one is nap. Macy, what's the first sound in nap? N. Everybody make an N. Lowercase. All right, Quinn, what's the next sound in nap? Na. A. Very good. And what's the last sound in nap, Quinn? Callie. P. Very good. All right. Here is zap. What's the first sound we hear in zap? Aubrey. So you guys are gonna have to go over to the lightning bolt. What's the first sound in zap? Z. All right, and what's the next sound in zap? Charity. Z. A. Ah. Okay. And what's the last sound in zap? Melody. P. Okay. All right, go down the next row. It's bed, red, and wed. Patience, what's the first sound in bed? B. Everybody make a B. What's the next sound in bed? Macy. E. Good. Everybody make a lowercase e in bed. And what's the last sound in bed? Quinn. D. Bed. All right, I can re-watch this again if you need help writing letters, but it just stopped showing on the big TV. So, all right, the next one is red. Callie, what's the first sound in red? R. Everybody make a lowercase r in red. What's the next sound in red? Aubrey. R. E. Good. And what's the last sound in red? Charity. D. Everybody. Yes, Patience.
So which one is the red?
The red is the crayon in the middle. So it's R, E, D. All right. The last one is going to be wed. It's the boy and the girl together with hearts, and they look like they got married. Woo. What's the first sound in wed? Jackson. Potter. What's the first sound in wed?
How do I say
Carter?
what?
What? Everybody make a W like in wed. It's like this. What's the next sound in wed? Charity. E. Everybody make an E in wed. And what's the last sound in wed? Aubrey. Wed.
A lowercase
D. Everybody make a D. Okay. Now, Lucy, are you ready to work on the bottom one? Because that's where we're at right now. All right, the first one is pig. Lucy, what's the first sound in pig? P. Good, everybody make a P. Well, write a P. I don't want you to make a P. You'll have to change your clothes if you make a P. All right. Callie, what's the next sound in pig? Pa. I. I. And what's the last sound in pig? Quinn.
G.
G, everybody.
G for pig.
No, G's at the end. It's P-I-G.
Pig.
Yep, I, and then G. All right. Macy, here is the next one is a weird fruit thing. It's got a leaf on it. It's a fig. What's the first sound in fig, Macy? F. Everybody make a lowercase f. You girls should probably know how to do that. What's the next sound in fig? Patience. Yeah, we're on that weird fruit thing with the leaf. Yep, so we're making F. Melody, what's the next sound in fig? Fa. I. And what's the last sound in fig? Patience. G. Everybody write a G. So fig should say F-I-G. All right, and the last picture, you see a little leprechaun with the chin guitar or the fiddle, and he's dancing. What's the first sound? And that's jig. What's the first sound in jig? Charity. Not G. J, everybody. Now what's the next sound in jig? Aubrey. I. Now, the I and the J both start on the middle line. The I and the J should be just as tall. The only difference is the J goes a hook under the line. And Macy, what's the last sound in jig? Jig. No, last sound. Jig. G. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Pa, I, G, I, G, J, I, G. All right, I'm going to go ahead